I lived on the street for a while, and then I lived in Staten Island for a while, which was basically the same.
Yeah.
No offense.
No offense, Staten Island. We love Staten Island.
Yeah.
Lots of... Did you watch the Mary Cosby cult documentary?
I didn't. I'm like a Reddit reader. I'm always looking for the truth because, those housewives are full of lies.
These are not good people.
So I knew a lot of that already. So by the time the documentary came out, I was like, you're late. The ladies are such hypocrites and they're all liars. And Gretchen lied multiple times.
She's such a liar that she has a little sign on her wall art that says husband, wifey. And it's like, you're not married.
You're not married. You lame burglar.
Lame, face-tuned,
horrible,
non-nostril,
bigoted, nasty,
poreless,
noseless,
blonde,
rubber-faced,
and
asshole. Shame on you.
Hello, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm LaKendra Tooks, and it's time for Tooks Takes. Ken's Day crew, listen, we got to clean up. We've got company. I'm so excited that Ronnie Karam is here with me today.
Hello.
You know him from Watch What Crappens. Watch What Crappens. I almost say Watch What Crappens Live. It's not Watch What Crappens Live, but sometimes it is.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
All right.
But I know you way before you were a podcaster. I knew you from musical improv class.
Yeah, musical improv class.
Did you originally come to LA pursuing acting and whatnot?
I did, yeah. I came here to do groundlings classes because I was going crazy in New York and just needed some sun. Okay. And I heard about groundlings class, so I came to do that for a year and then just stayed here.
Okay.
Because it's just so much easier here.
I agree.
It's just sunny and it's nice and people can be mean to you, but at least they smile while they're being mean to you.
Yeah, and at least you can get in your car and drive away. What I like New York. I always said my T-shirt would say I like New York because I like New York, but it's I don't like being on the subway. I don't like the hustle and bustle.
I love New York, but not necessarily as a poor person living in a borough, having to travel, and getting splashed.
Highly recommend if you're going to live in New York, you need to have some money. Living in New York broke sucks.
Yeah, if you're poor,
don't
California.
Do it. Yeah, if you're poor, come to California.
Yes.
Or state.
Look at you can't say homeless, right? What do
you
you say now?
Homeless here.
Unhoused. Look at the unhoused population.
Right,
they're
but
so
also
much happier
here at Tooks Takes, we could say homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because they're, what are you gonna do?
The rules just change every day, so I don't know what you're supposed to say.
I know.
Does it make them feel better to be called a different name? They're still without a home. How's that helping?
Y'all, my heart's in the right place, but I'm of a particular age.
And they're happier, I think, in LA. If you're in that situation, it's better. You have sun.
If I was in that situation, I would definitely hitchhike my way right to Santa Monica.
Yes.
Well, actually, no, that's too close to the water.
No, Santa Monica, no.
I'd go to Skid Row. I would go right there.
Skid Row.
Right.
At least pick a good neighborhood. You can go live in any neighborhood. They can't kick you out.
You can go live anywhere now.
Yeah, pick a good neighborhood. Skid Row,
Feliz.
Come on.
I'd go to Los Feliz. Los Feliz is
Finally,
nice.
your artistic dreams. That's funny.
Okay, so you were living in New York. Were you acting and doing entertainment stuff in New York as well?
That was my goal. I did a dinner theater stint in Florida when I was 19. And it was the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater in Florida, the Jupiter Theater.
Stop. What?
Yeah. So I did that, a lot of musicals and stuff as a chorus boy. And we were apprentices, so we had to do all the costumes and build the sets and stuff like that. And a lot of old stars came through there, like Debbie Reynolds and Robert Goulet and Sally Kellerman.
Oh my God,
so it was
Ronnie.
Great. Yeah, so I was like a musical theater boy.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Burt Reynolds, I didn't even know he had a theater. Where is this, in Tallahassee?
In Jupiter, Florida. Yeah. By the time I went there, he had just sold it to a guy named Dick Akins. But it was a good, it was a great place.
Wait, you're not from Florida?
No, I'm from Texas.
So how did you end up doing dinner theater in Florida?
I moved to New York on my 18th birthday. I got on a bus and went to New York with $500. That's what I had saved up at my job at Applebee's.
Come on.
And I went to New York and was screwed. I lived on the street for a while, and then I lived in Staten Island for a while because that's all I could, which was basically the same.
Yeah.
And then, no offense.
No offense, Staten Island. We love Staten Island.
Yeah.
Lots of Italian, lovely people there.
Yeah, Staten Island is its own flavor.
You got to take a boat to get there. You have to. You can only get there by
even
boat.
That was so glamorous at first. I was like, I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat. But it's like,
I'm on a yacht. I've made it.
Babe, you're on a ferry.
Yeah.
Totally on a ferry.
So I did that, and I was just broke. And so I was just waiting tables, just to try and stay alive. And one of my friends was like, oh, come to this audition. So I went with her, and then I ended up getting it and going to Florida for a year. And then that's kind of all I did. Because then when I came back to New York, I was broke again. So it was just back to work. So
So you came back to New York and you just started like waiting tables. And so then when did you come to LA? Like what year?
I came to LA when I was 28. I'm 50 now. So it's been 22 years.
22
years ago I came here, yeah.
And so, you came here. Did you have an agent yet, or you just came here to go to the Groundlings?
I just came and went to Groundlings and did that for the first year. And it takes forever to go through that school, So I went, did you go through all of Groundlings?
I didn't do Groundlings. I only did IO West.
Okay, yeah. So we met at IO. So I did Groundlings, and then it takes forever to go through. So I went to IO West, and then that's where I got really into improv. They used to call me Ronnie Prov because I was there every night in a show,
Yeah. Drinking the Pabst.
Drinking the $2. Well, back then it was $1. It was $1 beer.
Wow.
Yeah. And they raised it to $2, and they almost had a riot. People were like, $2, how dare you?
Because you're so broke when you're doing improv, and you're just hoping, for anybody thinking about, moving to LA or pursuing these things, it's like, this is what we do. We go to improv. We hope somebody will be in the audience one day and be like, I like you, kid, but that doesn't really happen. It's usually just your friends that you're begging to come to shows.
They hate you for making them come to those shows. Yeah. Those poor things.
If you're dating somebody, all my boyfriends used to hate having to be around the improv crowd because we're goofy.
Yeah.
We're like, everything's
But they're still all my best friends.
Yes.
So thank God for that. Honestly, I don't know if I would have lasted here without that.
I agree. Because I think when I first came here, like my first friends were all my improv friends. Okay, so dinner theater.
Oh, yeah.
Improv. How did you get into the podcasting world? Because, your podcast is very successful. How many days a week are you on? You're on like every day.
We do like 8 shows a week. So we're on every day. Pretty much.
Wow. Okay. How did the podcast start? The origin story of Watch What Crappens.
Well, I started TV blogging when I was waiting tables. Someone was like, God, your personality is so like rude. Like your humor is so rude. You should read this blog. And it was called TVgasm. And it was just like 10-page articles just ragging on these shows, just making fun of every second. I thought they were so funny. And so I started doing that. And, it didn't pay, but nothing really does. As an improviser, you learn very quickly. And so I was doing improv at night, and then I was writing these things, and I started to kind of catch on with that. And I just loved it. And the guy who started it was Ben, who's my partner in this. And I ended up taking that over when he left and just loved doing it. And he started doing like a video. He got hired by some video company to start making a Housewives type show. And so he had me on as a guest, and we just ended up making a podcast out of it. So we just turned 14. So this was like podcasts had just started. And I was like, a podcast? That's so stupid. You had to have like a little iPod thing, because we didn't even have iPhones then, or you had to listen on your computer. And I was like, why would somebody want to do this? This is idiotic. But I'll do it to promote the blog.
You only met Ben 14 years ago, or did you guys know each other before
before Ben
then?
probably like 17 years ago.
Okay.
When we were blogging.
So that's the first. Okay. I don't know why in my mind I was thinking you and Ben, like my story that I created for you and Ben, because I make things up sometimes.
Yeah.
I imagined you two being like childhood friends.
No, we might as well have been, because we know everything about each other now, but no.
I just imagine you two being like next door neighbors and like.
No, we're totally different. I'm from El Paso, Texas, and he's from like upstate New York. So he's like a very buttoned up East Coast boy, and I'm a slobby Texas boy. Yeah.
Now you kind of like, you're staying in LA more full time now, because you were splitting your time between Texas and LA, right?
Yeah, I got a house in Texas right before the pandemic hit, and we were on tour. And when the country was shut down, I was in Texas. So I just stayed there. Because every time I came back here, LA stayed closed for years and years. And Texas was not like that.
No.
Texas is like, come out. You'd walk into a store sometimes there with a mask and they'd be like, take off that mask.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. My parents live in Tennessee and I'm from Florida. The only time I got COVID is when my friend came to visit me from Florida. Like she brought it.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's the only time I got it.
Yeah, it was much looser. Like, yeah, get COVID. It'll make you stronger.
Yeah.
Your body will learn to fight it.
Okay. I want to talk to you about like how you got into like falling in love with reality TV. Do you remember like what's the first reality show you think you watched?
It was during the TV-gasm times. I watched Project Runway and Top Chef, and I considered everything else to be complete trash, you know, because those were artistic and they like required talent. So I was like, that reality's okay.
Right.
And so I would watch that. And then there were people who said, can we recap this Orange County show? And I said, I mean, I guess it sounds like garbage, but if you want. And the comments on these recaps, I mean, they would go into the thousands of people and I would start reading them and thinking, what is going on? Because there were people arguing like, well, she was late to this thing. And they would be arguing for hundreds of comments about somebody being late to dinner, you know? And I was like, what is this? And I just resisted it because I thought it was just so stupid. But then you get pulled in, you know? Because I'm kind of a dramatic person too. And I'm like, this is right and this is wrong. You know, I'm just like that. So even these little fights I started getting really into. And one day they had Orange County on, you know, as they do all day. And so I watched the first season and literally nothing happens on that show. I mean, if you watch the very beginning, it's why am I watching this? But then one little argument maybe happened and you get hooked. And then that was it.
That's it. So you got hooked with Orange County season 1.
Yeah. And then I got, my first one that I really fell in love with was Beverly Hills.
Okay.
That was the first one I recapped. I recapped like the first seasons of it and loved doing it.
And this was on the blog. So you were just like, oh, wow. That's a lot of typing. And early
It's a lot of typing, yes.
Because early Beverly Hills, a question I like to ask housewife lovers is, what's your favorite franchise or favorite franchise season to go back and rewatch?
You know, it's so hard to pick. I really don't have a favorite. And they're not my children. I didn't make them, you know, but it's not like picking between a child. Because I think you can have a favorite child. But
okay, we're gonna go. Let's go.
that's for my sister out there.
Let's go.
But I don't have a favorite housewife. I love them all. I really do.
Well, I'm glad you brought up childhoods because I want to talk. Speaking of childhoods, so for you as a kid, were you a kid? Did you know you were funny as a kid? Because I consider you to be somebody who's very funny. Like as a kid, did you think I'm funny? Do you like remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely tried. You know, that was all I had. Like I was a really chubby kid. I couldn't play sports. I knew I was different than all the other kids and not in a great way. And so that was like a defense mechanism. I mean, I'm kind of a stereotype in that way. Like that's how you defend yourself. You know, you learn to like cut with your tongue. But I knew that's how I got through, you know. It's how I would pass classes, honestly, because my teachers liked me because I didn't do the work. That's for sure.
Really? Oh, you weren't studious?
No, I'm very ADD. And I just didn't care. I remember going to preschool and the first time I walked in there, my mom's like, oh, it's going to be so great. And you're going to make so many friends. And I remember walking up through and seeing through the chain link fence, this big playground and all these kids. And I just thought, what morons.
Really?
All of you. Yes. I was like, gross. They're so mature and they're like screaming and, you know, climbing things and running. I didn't like doing any of that.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I was like, this is disgusting.
So you were like a little man as a child.
I hit 40 at like 5 years old and I've just kind of stayed.
4 going on 40.
Yeah. I'm the only person in LA who likes aging because my personality makes more sense. You know, I was like this when I was 5.
Wow.
I was like, fuck it, I'm going to preschool.
Okay, now
I'm sick. You know, I'd be in there every day, like I don't feel good.
These blocks, this applesauce. Okay, I love that you brought up like a favorite child, because I mean, I think you can have a favorite child. That is, I mean, it's a little,
it's natural,
but it's natural. Growing up? Were you closer to your mom or your dad?
Well, my dad was at work all the time. So my mom, I think by by default, I guess. But I was pretty close with them both.
Really?
They were good parents. Yeah. I had a lot more drama with my mom because I'm a gay kid and I'm just like my mom. And my mom's really sarcastic. She's like a chain smoking, martini swilling, junior league lady. And
I love that.
I got my personality from hanging out with her and her friends, getting shit faced on Franzia in the backyard and stuff.
Oh my gosh, your mom sounds like me. Like,
see, that's why we get along.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't want to meet your mom. I love Franzia. So when you were a kid too, like, were you involved in the arts? Were you like doing school plays? Were you?
Yeah, my mom took me to community theater auditions when I was like 11. And so that's when I started doing community theater because I couldn't they had me in sports. They had me in, I would sit on the soccer field and pick the grass. I refused to play. They had me be goalie because they were like, well, at least he's big. Maybe the ball will just accidentally hit him. Exactly. And I would just sit there and pick the grass, refused to play. And so they finally took me to theater and that.
And that was your thing.
That did it, yeah.
So do you think, was your mother not pleased with you being gay? How did she accept it? Or was she giving you a hard time?
My family's very religious.
Okay.
Very religious.
Okay.
They owned the preschool that I grew up in, and it was called Community of Faith. And then I went to first grade at a school called Jesus Chapel, literally. I was like, this is very on the nose. Jesus Chapel. At least Community of Faith leaves something where you're like, I wonder what that is. But Jesus Chapel.
Jesus Chapel Roan. What about that?
Yes. I'm still, maybe that's why every time I hear her name, I'm like, yeah. So they were very religious. And my mom claims to not even know. I ended up I was in a behavioral health center they put me in when I was 15 because me and my mom were just always going at it. And I was always running away or getting kicked out of my house. And so I went to this behavioral health center, and the doctor told my mom, he had me draw, we were doing picture therapy, and I drew a woman singing. I was learning how to draw cartoons. And it was a really bad drawing. I suck at it. And he said, what is that? And I said, it's a drag queen. And so from that, he said, your son has gender identity confusion, which today I think would mean trans, but back in that time, I guess it meant gay. And so then she asked me, and I was like, duh. Hello. I've been in musical. I'm in tap shoes. We're in a car. I'm wearing tap shoes.
So wait, how old were you at this time? You were a teenager?
I came out at 15.
Okay. But you came out because your mom came to you and said, are you?
Yes.
Based on
and
this
then
drawing.
Yes. And she was convinced that I was just lying, to hurt her. She was like, this is just another way you're trying to get at me. And I still think she's kind of convinced. Yes. I think that part of her still is oh, he's just messing with me.
Wow. Okay, so you grew up in church, right? So, because I grew up in church. How is your faith today? Do you have a relationship with God? Do you still, is that something that's
I think so, but it's so different from, it's kind of just more of a general, I think once you're raised with it that much, there's part of you that maybe has a fear, oh shit, if this is real,
Yeah. You don't want to burn, you don't want to go to hell.
But part of me just thinks it's so stupid. But then the other part of me sees ways that if I have been, there's no doubters in the foxhole, they say. And whenever I have been in trouble and really been please, if you're even up there, and then something will happen. So there is something there, I'm definitely not going to, I would be the worst preacher ever. I'm well, there's maybe something if you try, but there is something, enough has happened that I know that something's there. I don't really know that it's a hot blonde guy with good abs and flip-flops who's doing it, but.
No, it's a Rastafarian man.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea.
That's how it was in my church, in our little Sunday school books. Our Jesus was a black man with an afro.
Oh,
so,
good.
Yeah, I was
that's how it should be.
Yeah, because on Good Times they had the white Jesus on the. Do you remember Good Times?
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of classic TV.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. I feel like we're similar. age range. We're in the same probably box that you check, okay? So we grew up in the 80s and the 90s. And I feel like when I was a kid, I'd come home from school every day and I was like watching reruns. So I've watched like old episodes of The Dick Van Dyke Show, Laverne and Shirley. Were you watching shows like that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like that kind of like influenced you as a comedian or like as a performer? And which old shows do you think were really?
The ones that old didn't, I think, because they were so old, especially the black and white ones. It just seemed like a different world. But I liked shows like Facts of Life.
Oh, I love that.
I used to watch that after school.
I love Facts of
All
Life.
of those, like Different Strokes.
Yeah.
Give Me a Break. Mel Carter vacuuming up the fish.
Give me a break. I sure do need one.
Trying to make it to the top. I still love Nell Carter.
I love Nell Carter. May she rest in peace.
Yes.
So talented.
She's not resting in peace. Nell Carter is rolling around causing havoc.
She's probably
I'm
up there.
Sure.
She's up there with
Raising
my grandma. Catching the Holy Ghost. Okay, actually, I'm glad we talked about religion because I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Oh, yes.
I want to talk about Mary Cosby. Did you watch the Mary Cosby cult documentary?
I didn't. You know, when all that stuff was coming out, I talked about it on our show because I'm like a Reddit reader and a internet comment. You know, I'm just like that. I'm always looking for the truth and what were they really, what's the truth? Because, you know, those housewives are full of lies.
Oh, yeah.
That's built on lies.
These are not good people. Like, they're not good people.
And so when that stuff started coming out, I read all about it and I saw the tapes of Mary, you know, telling off her church and telling them, it's my birthday and I just got one purse or whatever. It's like, where are my purses? I don't like poor people. What are you, poor? And so I read all of that stuff. So I knew a lot of that already. So by the time the documentary came out, I was like, you're late.
Yeah. Same.
You know?
I'm so glad you didn't watch it because I didn't watch it either. Because I was like, I saw things online that were saying there's really nothing new. And I feel like so much of the stuff about Mary's church came out like when Real Housewives of Salt Lake City first came on. So I felt like I already kind of knew everything.
I already knew about it and I'd kind of already forgiven Mary, if that makes any sense, because I was so mad about it when I found out about it. And I was like, why would they even let her on this show or whatever? And then she lost something happened where she lost her church. She's not really saying what it was. She's saying it was COVID, but I think a lot of it had to do with all the stuff coming out about her church. So they got rid of the church for a while. And then she seemed to kind of humble herself in a way when she came back to Salt Lake City and changed her personality to be nicer.
Yeah.
And so I felt like she was making an effort. So by the time all that stuff came out, I was like, but it's like you're excoriating somebody for, like, they've already made the changes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's true, if she has made the changes, you know?
Yeah.
What do I know?
I know, because that's the thing. Like, if she is running a cult, do you care? You know? Like, and I feel bad because I hate cults, obviously. But it's like the people that I don't know, because I feel like I've been to churches where the pastor is really put on a pedestal and maybe to the, you know, untrained eye, it may seem cult-ish, you know, but I feel like a lot of times at Black church, like the pastor and the first lady really are kind of like king and queen. So I was always kind of feeling like maybe it's like a cultural difference. Now, I've never known anybody that was married to their grandfather though. So that's
another thing that we just kind of get used to.
And
it's just like, you know, and like last week she's in the reunion saying, oh, this is so dark and you're so dark. You're such a dark person. I'm like, you're married to your grandpa and you did it to steal the church from your mother.
Yes.
Like, who are you calling dark, lady?
Yeah.
So there is that aspect too. But, you know, both of us being raised in religion, it all has always seemed like a creepy cult to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, Jesus Chapel was definitely, my grandma would speak in tongues. And not only speak in tongues, she would do it while we were having dinner. Like, we would just be doing the dinner prayer, you know, like, okay, everybody, we're going to have some mac and cheese and some boiled pork loin or whatever. And she would start, it's like, the Lord is not speaking to you right now.
Like during grace or just like during
that's how she
dinner?
would say grace, like, like start going into tongues and stuff. So to me, it's always been a crazy cult anyway. Yeah. So to see any religion being called out for, I went to church with my parents a few years ago for Christmas. And they go to one of those mega churches. I mean, there's like leather, movie seats and a big screen, and there's like a full rock band on
like
stage.
Righteous Gemstones.
Yes, and like lighting. And I mean, it's just so expensive. You see the money. And they stopped the sermon. And the guy was like, okay, I see so many people here and I see so many new faces because you only come when it's Christmas. And this is not just a Christmas thing. This is not free to come here and just like he started telling the audience off, the congregation off for being like Christmas Christians and then demanding us like, and I was like, no, fuck you, sir. Yeah. And fuck your leather movie seats. Yeah. And your lighting and your rock band. Yeah. And I've never gone back. So to me, it's just always seemed like a creepy cult. So I'm like, add it to the list, add Mary to the list.
Yeah. Because I like her and I like her on the show. And I mean, I want to talk to you about because I always feel like at Bravo, I feel like someone at Bravo does listen to Took's takes because I will say stuff and then they do it. Like in the past, I made my requests known for what I wanted to happen on the cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta. One of the things I wanted was Phaedra back.
Oh, really? And you got Phaedra back.
I got Phaedra back. I'm a powerful manifester. I manifested NeNe Leakes' return to Bravo.
Nice.
Are you a Leakes fan? A fan of NeNe?
I am, yeah. I think NeNe really had a rough few, probably like the last 2 or 3 years it was rough on that show. She got, and she had it rough in real life too, to be fair, but it was painful. She was dragging it down, I think. Yeah. But then when she left, you really saw what you were missing.
There was a NeNe-shaped hole.
Yeah, you just can't replace a NeNe. No. And they've tried. You cannot find another one. So I think two things had to happen. She had to kind of chill a little bit. Mm-hmm. And also we needed to remember what we had.
Yes.
And be grateful.
I know, yes, because old Atlanta was so good. Like, I mean, my heart is just kind of singing, even just seeing these little pictures of like Ultimate Girls Trip. I can't wait to see the finished product. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be good. I'm going to switch gears for a second here.
Wait, before you do, you were asking the favorite Housewives. The funniest, hands down, all-time Housewives is original Atlanta.
Yes.
I mean, that's always been my answer. It just hasn't been great the past few years, so I kind of stopped answering that. But God, that was so good. It's still good to this day. It holds up.
I love to go back in time. I can watch some old seasons 1 through 5 Atlanta. I think even for me, I think pre-Kenya Atlanta is probably my favorite, but I've never been a fan of Kenya more.
But those were still good years. Yeah, Kenya's early years were really good too, because that was also Portia.
Oh yeah,
Portia. I guess Phaedra was there before, but no, Phaedra wasn't there before. When did she come?
Phaedra came season 3, I think. Yeah, season 3. But yeah, no, I'm excited let's talk about casting a little bit. Okay, let's actually go through all the franchises. Okay. We're going to play a game.
Yes.
We're going to play a game called
Whose Boobs Are Better?
Do you regret it? No, we're going to play a game called Good for the Show or Got to Go.
Okay.
Let's start with the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City cast.
Okay.
Brittany Bateman. Good for the show or got to go?
Good for the show.
Yeah.
I'll say good for the show.
Do you think she deserves full time?
No.
Okay.
I do not need to see Brittany full time. I don't think Brittany would do anything more than she's already done, which is bring on that horrible human being of a boyfriend.
I know.
And then get yelled at by her daughter that she abandoned.
I know.
So we've already got it all. I don't need to see anything more from her. She's already making me crazy in the reunion with her, I'm good too. And then walking off and nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cared. That was hilarious that no one cared.
Coming back in the middle of a conversation and interrupting it to
Mary, be like, Mary, thank you.
Thank you. Mary's like,
that was funny.
So, it's funny, but that's enough,
Okay, what do we think about the rest of the Salt Lake City cast? A lot of people this year, Heather Gay got a lot of hate. I would see people online just being like, we hate Heather. And I think people have really not liked her since the black eye incident. What do you think? Because what do you think about Heather?
I've always really liked Heather on the show in general. Mm-hmm. This year, she's pushed me over the edge. And it's been the past couple of years that she's been starting, but coming in with just constantly ultimately every storyline is Heather created.
Yeah.
And they're not real, and they're not based in any kind of reality. Like, I mean, some of them are, like Meredith pops pills and drinks. Duh. Yeah. Like, what are you going to tell a secretary to stop typing? It's her job. Like, what are you yelling at somebody for doing her job? And then she starts, it's like, well, Lisa's a terrible friend. Lisa didn't do anything to you. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. She's just coming in and starting stuff because she wants to like solve some mystery at the end of every season now.
Yes. She is chasing that receipts, screenshots, proof, timeline moment. She's chasing that high
She's chasing it, and she's just being mean, and she's just being gross. And I don't like it. I think it's unbecoming.
Do you think we need to get rid of her? Good for the show. I think so. To go.
I think it's time for her to go. And I know that she's centered on, you know, in the show, and she has the whole like anti-Mormon. Hey, anti-Mormon. Hey, anti-Mormon. She has the whole anti-Mormon thing. But at this point, she's just shilling the anti-Mormonism thing. Like even at the reunion, you know, someone's like, well, this hurt my feelings. She's like, is it because you were Mormon? Like, we know, Heather, you know, you've got 3 books. Great. Shut up. So yeah, get rid of her. I say get rid of her. Because I would like to see everybody else have a chance to just be crazy on their own without being driven crazy by Heather.
I agree, Ronnie Karam. Heather, you got to go. The Kansas Day crew said it. Bravo. I know y'all are listening. Karam and Kendra say, Heather got to go.
And maybe temporarily, because I think she was so good on the show. I mean, I don't want to take, and we just had to talk about NeNe. So it's like, appreciate what you have. Yeah. And I think she's done a great job, but it's just too much. Give her a pause, maybe.
Maybe she just needs to get put on a Dorinda pause.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Whitney Rose? Good for the show or got to go?
Good for the show.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. She does the same thing Heather does, though. They team up.
They do. Bad weather.
Yeah. But ultimately, she's very funny, and I love her voice. And I love that she's trying to make it all about her. Like Bronwyn last night is crying about, she waits for 3 hours to get her big divorce storyline out. Whitney's like,
and I'm looking at Whitney.
Me too. It's like,
it's been a really hard time in my marriage. I'm like, Whitney, you better hold on to Justin. You ain't ever going to get nobody better than Justin. Yeah. You better hold on to Justin because he's a good guy, I think. Yeah. And I was just thinking about this while I was watching part 3 of the reunion, because Whitney, I think she has daddy issues because her dad, you know, he's going through whatever it is that he's going through. Yeah. And I feel like she needed a guy like Justin because he seems really patient and lovely. So I'm like, Whitney, you better not F it up with Justin. Otherwise, you are going to die alone. Okay? So, because if Whitney breaks up with Justin, I'm moving to Salt Lake City and I'll be Justin's next wife. Because I think Justin's a great guy. I like Justin.
I mean, from what we've seen, yeah, he seems to be. But, you know, her whole thing is like, well, he talked me into making an MLM instead of going into Sephora. I'm like, girl, stop pretending that you were getting into
We're never getting into Sephora, sweetie
pie. Stop it. I'm like, you didn't know what an MLM was. You met him working at an MLM. You were blowing him under the desk. You said it yourself.
She was blowing him under the desk.
She said it on the show.
She did.
You were blowing that man under the desk at the MLM.
At the MLM.
Why are you pretending you don't know what an MLM is?
Yeah. She'd have been blowing him at the Sephora. Right? Okay. Barlow.
Good for the show. Great Always. For the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Great for the show.
What do you think about her and John Barlow? Do you think that, I mean, I feel like do you think he was trying to embarrass her?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. I think when you're with someone like Lisa, they've shown so many scenes of her where he's like, okay, honey, you want to have a talk? And she's like, scrolling, doesn't even hear him talking. And when you're with somebody like that, you're going to make like little sarcastic jokes to keep afloat. I don't think he was, but Lisa doesn't ever pay attention.
No.
So the only way she knew that her husband had any issues with her was seeing it on TV because she was watching herself, you know? And that's like true narcissism. And I just love her.
I love her too.
I love her so much.
Every time they gang up on her, I'm like, leave Lisa alone.
Me too.
I love Lisa Barlow.
Lisa does enough to get on her about without just making stuff up.
Yeah.
You know?
And I say just let her be. Like, what are you going to do? Like, we all have that one problematic friend. You just let them be. Like, I'm the problematic friend in my friend
group. I probably am too. I probably am too.
I love that.
That's why I get defensive for them I'm every time.
Leave her alone. You know, anyway, okay. Wait. Meredith Marks.
I think Meredith is good for the show. I think that she's just been pushed to the edge now that she's too activated, and now they brought in, production, that she messed with production.
Yeah.
And so I think it's not looking good for her, but I still like her.
I like her too. And I do think she's good for the show. I was surprised that she was saying, it seems like she does have, like she's at odds with production. I thought Barlow might have been at odds with production too, because sometimes they will zoom in on her crow's feet. Last season, I think that's why she went and got those 12 threads, because they were zooming in on her crow's feet. So bad. Bronwyn Newport, good for the show or got to go?
I think Bronwyn Newport got to go. I know that that's not a popular opinion.
Ronnie.
I just don't like Bronwyn. I don't think she's funny. First of all, that's the biggest sin. I think everyone else on there is funny.
Yeah.
I don't think she's funny. I think her reads are try hard and written by, some second-rate drag queen. I just don't think she's funny. I don't think I don't care about the fashion.
And I don't care.
I think she just kind of brought her family on to throw them all under the bus. Mm-hmm. And now is acting like a victim about it. And I think she messes with everybody and then acts like a victim and cries. And then she talks her way out of it. And I know that that's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
She just does it in a way that I don't like her art. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah. Because I like to, I don't know who started the conversation of who has, I feel like you guys talked about it on Crappens, about who has iconic moments and iconic catchphrases. And when I think about it with Bronwyn, she's, what has it been, 3 seasons for her or 2? Was this her second season?
This is 2. Yeah, 2. This is her second.
What has been her iconic moment? When I think of her, I just kind of think of her outfits. I think of the heart. I think of that.
Dog.
The hot dog is stupid. Can I just tell you? I'm sorry. I know looks aren't everything. But seeing this beautiful woman sitting there with a man like Todd, who we know is gouty and gassy, saying, I do an open relationship if that's what you wanted to do. I'm like, Bronwyn, girl.
Yeah. Well, it made me think, do you already do this?
Yeah.
Because part of me was if he's openly looking at women on planes when he knows he's getting caught all the time, do you have some kind of an agreement? And because I think that's kind of normal. I mean, it seemed like it when she had the conversation with Whitney. It seemed like they were both saying, we're all fucking other people, right?
Yes, that's the vibe I was getting too. I was like, are y'all swinging? And
then the first season, they were after Meredith for sharing a boyfriend with Jen in New York. There was all this stuff about basically everybody's swinging is what it sounds like.
That's
those
what's going on in
people.
Utah. In Utah, they just be swinging. That's what happens when you're too, I think it's the Mormon stuff where they're so weird about sex. They're so strict about it. And that's when the kids have to do, what's that thing where one person jumps on the bed and then the other person puts just a penis. Sorry, I don't want to be graphic.
It's not called marinating, but it's something like soaking. Yeah, soaking, yeah.
But it is marinating.
It's marinating.
You're marinating. I gotta tell you something. I don't have kids yet. I would be much more appalled if I found out my kid was out here marinating and soaking. I'm like, just have sex.
Yeah, exactly. Just stick it in.
Have sex
what the hell?
Now.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in there and someone's jumping on the bed. Child, have sex.
And just to think that Jesus is sitting up there they're not fucking because someone's just jumping on a bed while their penis and vaginas are touching. So it's totally fine. This is great.
I have said this before, and I will say it again. If you soaking, you're sinning. The Lord does not like soaking. I'm telling you right now. If you think you okay because you soaking, I'm letting you know the Lord is not pleased with that soaking.
Jesus is not good with soaking.
Jesus don't like soaking. Yeah. Jesus is like, just have sex.
Jesus saves. Jesus does not soak.
Not soaks. It saves, not soaks. Homeless, not toothless. Saves, not soaks. Okay, wait. Okay, what else do we need to talk about Salt Lake City?
Did we get them all?
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I almost forgot. My little chic Greek Angie K.
Great for the show.
I know.
Who doesn't love Angie K?
You know what? I'm just proud of Angie. She really weaseled her way into that show. She put up with a lot. She dealt with a lot from Jen Shaw. And she was very loyal. And I think she really earned her position. So I'm really proud of her.
So that show is so community theater. We say it's like the community theater, improv Housewives.
It is.
And they don't have any budget. And they just show up every year and they try to make shit happen in a parking lot. They'll have them shooting on the side of the road of the freeway. They'll be like, we're having a picnic in the shoulder, and so, it's just so low rent. And they bring on these cast members. Nobody knows what's going on. And these ladies are just like, I'm mad at you because of a thing from that party, you bitch. And Angie was very much like, it was her and the other Angie. Remember, there were two Angies in that 1 year.
Angie Harrington.
Yes, Angie H and Angie K.
The one with the fat elf on the shelf husband with the Finsta account.
Yes, and he was the first, like, what they call Monica. What was her blogging account?
Reality Von Teese.
Yes, he was the first Reality Von Teese, like having secret accounts that were making fun of the Housewives and all of that. Yeah. And they were so community theater. I mean, they would try to start, and they sound like they can't remember their lines. And Angie still talks like that. She'll be like, and one more thing at the end of the reunion. She's like, one more thing. Let me tell you something. I believe. And it's like she can't get the line out. And I just love it. I think it's so cute.
I'm just waiting for her to be like, cut. Can I have another take of that?
Whitney's literally done that. In season 1, they were at Jen Shah's husband's birthday party at Topgolf.
The one where Jen was dressed like Beyonce at the Super Bowl and she threw that glass.
Yes. And so Whitney was told to go over and start obviously told to go start something by production. And so she was like, Jen, you said something that, can we start again? Like she literally.
She gets so drunk too. Whitney gets so drunk. Like I'm like, her calling Meredith the alcoholic. I'm like, girl, you're always drunk. Yeah. Wasn't there an incident at BravoCon where she was drunk? She was like apologizing at the reunion.
Yeah,
like,
she was falling off the stage at BravoCon, and she was like that apparently the whole weekend, which is fine. Party. Yeah,
I love
But
the party.
Heather was so drunk last year or the year before that she pissed herself and barfed on herself.
Yeah.
On TV. And then they're coming after somebody else. And then last night in the reunion, Meredith's like, Heather said, well, why were you saying all the pills that I take? And she said, well, I'm not going to out you for your pill, but you've given me pills. She goes, oh yeah, I've given you tons of pills over the years, Meredith. Okay, so you're a pillhead too. Yeah. So hypocrites, get out.
Yeah. Like if it's anything stronger than a Flintstone vitamin, like, it is what it is. Guess what? You're a pill popper. And that's okay. Pop that pill.
Just don't accuse other people when you're doing the same thing.
Being an adult is hard. I mean, like, dude, if you're a pill popper, I ain't mad at you. As long as you're not like stealing.
If you're not a pill popper,
I am mad at you.
What world are you living in? How are you doing? Do you watch the news?
Yeah. How are you? That's what I say. Like people that are like fully stone cold sober, which it's like, God bless you, congratulations. But I'm like, how are you doing this?
It's rough.
If you're not on anything, I mean, I think you need a little something. Being a human being is hard.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, wait. Now we got through all of Salt Lake City, and the only got to go is our only got to go Heather? Wait, what about Mary Cosby?
Mary Cosby, good for the show. Good for the show. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Bravo is definitely listening.
And I think even Heather's good for the show. She just needs a pause. I wouldn't say like a complete break. She just needs to chill on herself.
Okay, this is something I wanted to get your opinion on too, because now that we got NeNe Leakes back, do you think there's a world where Bethenny Frankel could ever get back in the good graces of Andy Cohen and Bravo?
No, and also I don't think she would even make the effort. And also she's just gone so crazy. I don't think there's any coming back for Bethenny, man. She's just gone nuts. Yes. NeNe just got a little too full of herself. Yeah. Bethenny's just gone full on psycho.
Full nuts. Okay, I do want to discuss some more casting on the other franchises with you, because I feel like like I know, but I think you know too. Okay.
Okay.
So on Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even caught up. I'll be honest. I'm not even caught up on Beverly Hills right now.
Oh, well, that's bad.
I know, that's bad.
I mean, that's bad for the show. I mean, that's bad if the show's that lame that you're not wanting to keep up.
And usually, okay, if say for instance, like, like maybe if like, well, you're on, you have to watch everything because you're on like every day. So sometimes I'll wait a couple days, but at least I'll see clips or something. But I'm not even really seeing like any clips or memes or anything about Beverly Hills right now.
Beverly Hills.
So on the Beverly Hills cast right now, do you think I think they need an overhaul? Do you think they need a shakeup? Do you think they need to take a season off? What do you think we need to do about Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills is so kind of boring, but it's also the most popular one still. And it's watchable. Like, it's very watchable. I still enjoy watching it. I mean, I would still watch it even if I wasn't doing a podcast. Right. I would still watch it and enjoy it. And I just couldn't think of who I would want to fire. because I'm just so used to them all.
Yeah.
And I really like them, but none of them are really bringing anything. I mean, Erica doesn't bring anything. Dorit's trying, but Dorit, it's like
she's only Dorit.
Yeah. You know, Kyle brings like her pretend lesbianism for 5 minutes to like get attention. Like, great. No one's really doing. Sutton's like trying to be healed now. That's boring.
Yeah.
So Rachel Zoe is like amusing, but she's boring. She doesn't bring too much. So I don't know what they need. They need a couple of crazies in there to shake it up.
Yeah, I think they could use. I always think the shows could use diversity, and Bose is great. I was really excited about Bose in the beginning, but even like I don't know. I like Bose, but it's not like she's really like. I mean, she's cool. And I'm glad that there's diversity, but I just feel like there's got to be some more interesting, rich people of color that we can bring to Beverly Hills. What do you think about Heather Dubrow?
I agree. I think it might be, if anybody can refresh its Beverly Hills, because there are so many legit, rich, famous people of all different backgrounds that they have like the least excuse, I think, of all the shows for their lack of diversity, if you think about it. I mean, because just look around at the parties we go to. Yep. It's not just all white people. No. It's crazy that you could get a sampling of this city and that's it.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because like, okay, on the flip side, I do think Orange County is very white. And actually, I do want to talk to you about the casting on Orange County. Gina. Good for the show or got to go?
God, gotta go. Get rid of her already.
Should have been gone.
God.
Should have been gone. And I know she just got engaged. I do not care.
And it's not even that she's poor. It's just that she's...
Yeah, it's like,
I don't care. I don't want to hear about you buying jarred pasta sauce.
It's like, no.
I feel bad. I just feel so bad. Shut up. Get out of here with your bad weave. Get out.
Her hair did. I'll give her that. Her hair got better. But her bad weave was so bad, I'll never forget it. I'll just never forget how bad she used to look.
She seems like a nice person.
Yeah, I'm sure she's a lovely girl, but she's just not meant to. It's like she's just not meant to be on TV.
Yeah.
Emily Simpson, good for the show or got to go?
Emily, I've been saying Emily's got to go for a long time. And so I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Emily's got to go too.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy her. And I just think she's so mean.
I think they're both bad friends to people.
Yeah.
And I know that these shows, they go after each other and they cause all the mess. But at the end of the day, they still have friendships that you can kind of root for, that you at least believe.
Yeah.
But those two, I believe that they're friends to each other, but they're just such jerks to everybody else.
They really are. Like,
I don't like the age shaming. Like you're not spring chickens either. I mean, Gina is younger, but
I'm sorry, for her to be young, she doesn't look that good. I'm sorry. I'm like, if you're going to come for me at my age, let me see you when you get to be my age, sweetie pie. Let me see what you look like. Because it's like, first of all, I see what you look like today.
Yeah.
It's like, get like me.
You can come at me for age, but I can come at you for maintenance.
Exactly. Okay, wait. So, and then who else on Salt Lake City?
Get your oil changed.
Get your oil changed, Kirshen. What's her last name? Kirshenbacher?
Kirkenschneider. Schneider. I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I literally do not care.
I don't care. I think Gina's going to be out. They're listening. I think Gina's going to be out.
She's back.
They might keep Emily. It might be interesting to see Emily without Gina, but if they could get rid of Emily and Gina, I would love
be great.
that.
But I don't think they are. I think they're keeping everybody. It's said. Well, today I read something. Who knows if it's true? It was just on the internet, but it said that Gretchen and Katie are the only ones out.
What did you think about Katie and the treatment of Katie and Katie not being invited back?
I really liked Katie for the most part, but she did kind of dig her own grave on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to stick up for her too much because she did kind of dig her own grave. But again, the ladies are such hypocrites and they're all liars. And Gretchen lied multiple times.
Oh,
Gretchen was lying about that whole thing.
Yeah, so. Gretchen's such a liar. Like,
yeah.
I know I've said this before, but she's such a liar that she has a little sign on her wall art that says husband, wifey. And it's like, you're not married.
You're not married.
Like, you're just a complete.
You won't marry your husband. You won't marry your boyfriend because he owes all that back child support that you don't want to pay for. You lame burglar.
Face-tuned,
horrible,
non-nostril,
nasty,
poreless,
noseless,
blonde,
rubber-faced,
toddler
pencil eraser face,
and
asshole. Shame on you. Bye.
Bye, Gretchen.
Bye.
Bye, Gretchen.
Take Slade with you.
Bye, Gina. Oh, please take Slade with you. I do not like Slade.
Gross.
I cannot stand. Next time I have you on, we're gonna really dive into these house husbands.
Okay.
That's the next time.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna have you back, Ronnie.
Well, hell yeah, whenever.
Please.
Yeah, I love this. This was great.
Oh, thank you. Now your podcast is so freaking popular already, but for my people, the Ken's Day crew, tell them where they can find you.
Thank you.
And where they can find Watch What Crappens.
Yeah, Watch What Crappens, just wherever you listen to podcasts. We're doing the Golden Crappy Awards. That's our yearly award show, February 27th here in Hollywood.
Yes.
And that's it. And then I'm Ronnie Karam. You can find me on Instagram or wherever.
Yes.
OnlyFans.
I do want to come to I'm going to come to the Crappy.
Yes, definitely.
Totally
you have to be there.
I will be there.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a party.
Can I be a presenter?
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure a little something out.
Do something
y'all heard it here first. All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Ronnie. This was so much fun. Thank you, Ken's Day crew. And as always, I hope and pray that my light helps you find your light and you shine so bright. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.